But I gotta admit, you guys, being blindfolded really makes it a whole lot. This is where all the fun begins, you guys. What's going on, everybody? So Gerard with Marto Cigars, Brian, Privada Cigar Club.
Yeah, that's right.
So we are going to get into the coolers.
Yeah, so
right.
Gerard is a cigar lover, and if you love cigars, we love you. Whether you're supposed to be competition or in the same business, we don't care. Okay, the bottom line is it's all about cigar culture and spreading love through cigars.
Yes.
Okay, and sharing, really, to be honest with you, it's about sharing experiences, and that's what each cigar is. It's an experience, and that's where the club can really form a community, right? And so we had a lot of luck with that, and so it makes me so happy every month to be able to send something. You could be having a bad day, whatever, someone dies, you lose your job, you get home and that box is sitting there and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time, you know what I mean?
Difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. I get thank you letters all the time and it makes my job worth it to the max. And I dedicate so much time to this. So, okay, so we bought all these cigars, and so now we have amazing things, but here's the problem, okay? I have probably still a little over 5,000 members.
Okay.
And I have the LCA, which I have to have at least 7,500 of each cigar per release, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, we usually do 10,000, but so, you know, January, February, I can get away with 7,000, 7,500 of each release. And so I have cigars here from the last 5 or 6 years of us doing business that are just aging to perfection. And I don't want them to age out because I do believe that there comes a time where it becomes a diminishing return on flavor, right? Okay, so they're perfect, they're ready to go. And I don't have projects for a lot of these cigars. And I'm thinking maybe you and I could do something like maybe on a quarterly basis where you come here, you rummage through the collection, you find a couple of sticks, we could do like a blind testing, tasting kind of thing, me, you, and a couple of the other guys, and then you pick one, come up with packaging, you bring us the packaging, we'll package them up for you, we'll send them over to you, and then you can sell them to your customers.
I love the way you're thinking, Brian. I mean, that's exactly what I was having in mind. Either go down to the Dominican, go down to Nicaragua. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. You know, we got Brian here stateside. We got a bunch of cigars. I mean, I've seen all your videos.
I think your people are going to know the difference when they come out of the coolers versus just straight from the factory.
And especially if they're aged.
Yes.
I mean, why reinvent the wheel? We got everything here. We got amazing cigars. Everything's in coolers. Everything with Boveda. I mean, this is how you want to age cigars. So let's get right into it. Let's get smoking. Let's see what we can create, and let's have some fun.
Amen. Yeah. In fact, what do you got here? Well, I'm gonna let you play around. You just look through, see what you see.
Dude, I'm overwhelmed right now. I really am.
It's about almost 3 million cigars still.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a daunting amount of cigars. The other great thing about coolers that no one thinks about is what happens if beetles hatch. Well, if beetles hatch with me, they're restricted to one cooler. Versus if I had 3 million cigars in here, they'll go between cardboard and stuff like that. So you could end up ruining a lot more cigars.
Brilliant! I love it. Oh, look at that, dude. Wow.
What is that? Pull one of those suckers out of here.
There's one already here. I did watch that video.
That looks damaged. That one's not.
Just this right here.
So
no, I learned something that whenever you get something damaged, cut it here and smoke it backwards and call it safari style.
Really?
I did a video
I like
on
that. That's very
Seriously,
cool. We have this thing called cafeteria. They're bundle cigars.
Okay.
Right? So like this, basically. And I was talking about how we call them cafeteria because in Miami, the old Cuban guys, they would go to these breakfast places and they would buy dollar cigars or whatever. They were usually short filler. But I marketed it that way, and then they're long filler. We don't do any short filler, right? But then this guy wrote me, and he was like, by the way, they used to, not only were they so cheap that they would buy these shitty cigars, right? They would cut them in half and then have one before the meal, one after the meal. Oh, this is Claudio Scroy. We'll grab a bundle of these.
This is where all the fun begins, you guys.
Okay.
Digging in.
Okay, this, remember Crux?
Yeah.
These have been sitting here since at least 2019. This is a great cigar. And then I have some of these. The CAO had done a farm roll takeover. and all the members got so mad at me for working with a bigger brand, and I was like, guys, what?
So was this Ricky Rodriguez that made it?
Yes.
That's his blend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, you guys.
Yeah, Ricky's now what? West Side.
West Tampa.
West Tampa. Yeah.
So much stuff in here.
Okay.
All right, let's get some.
So this is more of the stuff that we've already put out. So we're gonna get you over to a couple of the other areas. Okay. This could be a good one for you. This is a 6x52. That is a Habano from Esteli that is also made at Tabacalera Annex. AJ blended that. It was originally supposed to be for a release that we were having at an event, but the event never happened. And so they've been sitting here for quite a while, at least 2 years, I think.
Why do we smell them? Like as if it's gonna make a difference.
I don't know. It's part of the savoring of the experience, right?
Every cigar I've smelled, I'm like, oh, it all smells the same.
And then I have, let's see, what else? Oh, look at this. Let's see. So we definitely want something with at least a couple years age, 22. So we got 3 years, and that's 23, 2 years. Yep. Let's grab these. Definitely. I'll let you hold on to those. And then there was one other one that I found over here, and we'll try them. I think a Habano Toro for the first cigar.
Dude, for 3, yeah, definitely.
Okay, come on
we got
over.
so much to go through, so.
Cool. And this is the machine that we bought about 7 or 8 months ago. It's called a PO, and it basically does all our order packing for us.
Unreal.
Yeah, so what's really unreal about this isn't the order packing, it's the storage. You saw that room?
Yeah.
This looked like that, minus a couple of little enclaves for employees and stuff, but this whole place was packed. This is only 40% filled, and it got rid of pretty much everything in this warehouse.
And it just stacks top seller to sole leather from top to bottom, whatever.
Yeah. That's that, and then boxed product I'll typically keep in here. And these are some of the stuff that we've done. Okay, let's go try these cigars. What do you say?
Hey, what's happening, man?
All right.
What's going on?
This is the stuff, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Very heavy, but
come on, let's get it in here.
Okay. I'm not sure if Clark told you how I came up with the name.
Okay.
So when I got the cigar, I liked it so much that it arrived in cellophane.
Okay.
So to take it out of cellophane, put a band on it, put it back in cellophane, or exhaust a bunch of cellophane.
Sure.
I was like, let's just keep it in its origin state.
So some of the most special cigars I've ever smoked, and if you go back through all the archives of like really good cigar reviews, you guys can cut through, it's cool. You'll find that a lot of the best, most legendary cigars are unbanded cigars, and at least once a year in the club, I will have a cigar maker make us something unbanded because the cigar gets to speak for itself.
Yeah. So that's why we came up with the origin.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't want to touch it. I just want to keep it the way it is.
Okay.
And give the consumers.
I like that. So what else are we going to do to the cigar then? What's the packaging?
Well, it's called the origin.
Okay.
And so if we're going to showcase the cigar, I was like, well, how are we going to showcase this without a band on it? Yes, the cigar speaks for itself, but then how are we going to identify if someone says, oh, yeah, I smoked that cigar, but there was no band on it?
Right.
We're like, when was it? What date was
Okay.
it? So we're like, so I was like, you know what? We'll wrap it with tissue paper.
Okay.
So we came up with the tissue paper.
Cool.
And we're going to wrap
Oh,
the
wow,
cigar.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So where does the name Origin, what is that all about?
Just the cigar is in its origin state.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know, we'll just call it the origin.
I like it. This is beautiful, by the way.
Thanks.
I like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yasmin, can you come in here? Yes. You want to show her? Because Yasmin is like the head of our packaging department.
Yeah, so we're just going to take the cigar, roll it in, and just twist at the bottom. Very simple. And that's basically it. And then we're going to use the stickers that give a little bit of information of the cigar, make it very unique, very micro boutique, micro batch, and it's going to show how many years it's been aged.
Is that how you wanted to twist it, like that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So there it is.
Okay.
Looks better.
And
in her
then,
fingers
are we
than
going to
mine.
put them in 5-packs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 5-packs would be great.
Black?
Black construction paper on top.
And then this goes on the outside.
And this goes on the outside.
I like it.
You like that?
I like it. So about time somebody else made some packaging around here. I'm telling you. I love it. Okay, great. We can do that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have it done in a few days. Cool. Well, let's go enjoy one more of these before they get put in bundles.
Oh man, I can't wait. This is where all the fun begins, you guys.